Welcome again, viewers. This is Susan Witter with True Living Show, which comes via Sky Cable TV. I'm just continuing with a series of type 2 diabetes. And today, I just want you to know about the diet. I know last time, those who did not watch it can go back and see that we were talking about type 2 diabetes. And today, I have presented to you the diet, and we'll go step by step so that those people who sometimes it's hard to choose what to eat when you're diabetic, when you're preventing it, or when you don't want to have it. So let's start here. I would wake up one day and start from there. If you have not been doing it the right way, let's start walking from breakfast to the meal, to the snack you take before you go to bed. What I would say is for breakfast, I would go for some eggs here. You can boil them, you can bake them with brown flour, which is not processed. And I would avoid processed foods like the cakes. This one is a no-no, and that's why I would put it on the side. And you can also avoid to take with juices for breakfast and have juice made from your fruits. It's good to have a habit of making juices from fresh fruits. So that will be your breakfast. And another something to go with breakfast you can take with this cereal. This is a raisin bran, which has unprocessed, made of unprocessed flour. So that will be great for breakfast. And remember last time we were talking, I explained to everybody or to you that instead of having 3 meals a day when you're diabetic or when you're preventing it or when you're pre-diabetic, it's good to have 6 snacks in a day. What I mean is you have a breakfast, then after 2 hours, then you can have a snack, then you have lunch, then you can have another snack, then you have dinner, and then another snack. So it's good when you're diabetic to be snacking around. Instead of having big meals, then you have small meals. And what I mean by small meals, look here. This is food which I've prepared. On one side, I have diced chicken. That is diced chicken. And some pumpkin there, and some greens over there. So that size is good for lunch. And then if you want for breakfast, because we say breakfast should be the biggest dish for the day or a meal. So breakfast you can have one like this one, plus the eggs, 2 eggs or 1 egg, and then a small bowl of cereal with whole milk. And then you can have a glass of juice, and the best juice will be homemade juice. You can make with different types of fruits, or you can bread fruits together. You can have like a melon mixed with another yellow melon, and you can mix with avocado. So it's whatever you choose for your breakfast. And you should avoid more of the processed foods. So I just talked to you that what we have processed here was the cake, and I got it out because it has white flour, and it's all coated and iced with sugar. So that's very processed. So, and as we were talking last time about diabetic diet, we talked of carbs which are non-processed. Like what I showed you can make bread out of this. You can even make biscuits out of this. this is whole wheat flour instead of the white processed flour. So, and also, if you are taking a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, you can, if you really need to use sugar, you can use this sugar cane low sugar instead of like the one we buy, which is too white. And this is better. And it's always advisable to always have sugar in your house when you are diabetic, because when your sugar goes down, you can easily use the table sugar to you can even mix it together with some juices and add more sugar so that your level can go up. So let's move on. So after you take your breakfast, let's suggest is, what time do you take your breakfast? For myself, I take my breakfast at 7 a.m. So add 2 hours. So it will be 7, 8. So at 9:30 there, I'll have a snack. One of the snack I would advise people to be taking, especially if you are diabetic, I would choose something like peanuts. Peanuts, they're good. I love them. And you can see like my choice here, it's lightly salted. So it doesn't have much salt, because some of these packaged foods, they usually add a lot of salt, depending on, you know, the people who buys them. So you can take that one and you can drink something in between. You can drink some water. What is advisable for health, for healthy person or for diabetic person? Drink 6 to 8 glasses a day. What is 6 to 8 glasses a day? So here I have a bottled one. So what I mean by a glass, like this bottle usually gives me 1 glass and a half. So calculate of how many will make 6 or how many would make 8. And that's how you decide on what you'll be taking. But always have water. Water will clean you up. Water will keep you hydrated. And as previously I had told you that when you're diabetic, your skin becomes rough. So you need a lot of water to hydrate it so that it, you know, it's becomes smooth and, you know, shiny and looking good. So that's how, you know, we say drink a lot of water. But normally everybody should be taking a lot of water, because water helps digest well. It's prevent getting constipated. And so that's where we are. So, and then after you take that snack of 9:30, then you have lunch. After that, you have a lunch after 2 hours. So let's say about 11:30. So 11:30, lunch. What I would make for lunch, I would make good vegetables. Like here we have a lot of vegetables. We have green carrots, which, you know, the greener it is, the more healthier vegetable is. Then we have spinach. Spinach is very good. It's also very rich on vitamin K, and it's also colored. We have all types of spinach. I chose the colored one because what I know about vegetables, the more they have color, the darker they are. We always say the darker the berry, the sweeter it is. The same with vegetables. The more dark they are, the more healthier, the more nutritious they are. Like if you see this cabbage, it's purple. And most of us, we are used to the green one. So this one is more healthier than the green one, because sometimes you get onto the green one and you peel it more and more, it becomes whiter inside. But this one is darker. The way it is dark here, this purple color, even when you go inside, it's still darker. But the green one, the greener leaves are usually on top, then inside is white. So white doesn't have much to offer. Then we have others. We have other vegetables here. And then we have more here. You know, there are all types of greens. When you go to the market, when you go to the supermarket, when you go to open market, buy a lot of vegetables. Look at them, love the colors, have different types. So you can make, you know, a big plate of, you know, or a pot of vegetables together. You can even add some things like the way we also add tomatoes to make it looking good. You can also add some things like this to make it, you know, delicious. So that when we go back to what we talked about, remember when we were talking about the foods for diabetes people, we have two types of diabetic diet. One is called diabetic diet. Some people who have bad diabetes, like brittle diabetes, they usually even have a way, you know, their doctor calculate and say, so you'll be taking this kind of diet with these carbs calculated properly. But in general, if you don't have that, or you don't know, or your doctor have not told you, so try to eat as I had suggested on the earlier video. Take 60% of the vegetables, okay? Then have meat, especially the white meats. I have a tilapia here. You can make a tilapia fish. And then you can have chicken. Chicken is white meat. And for those who eat pigs, or what do you call it? The meat from the pig. It's also white meat. I also don't discourage to have the red meat, which comes from the cow or the goat. But just limit yourself, because that one also have other issues, which, you know, you cannot be eating that meat continuously, because it will put your hyperlipidemia up, which is fat, you know, which is not good for you. So mostly for diabetic people, I say, because you already have issues, because mostly I'm talking on this diet for those who are diabetic, or those who think they might have it, or those who are pre-diabetic. So stick on to white meat, but once in a while you can eat the red meat. And then, so where we are, so we say the vegetables, which will make 60% on your plate. And then you can have beans, you know, different kind of cereals, beans. I have a big plate here for you. I have like the red big beans. I have dengos. I have black beans. I have all type of beans. Beans are very good. They are also calculated as part of proteins. And they can play two part of roles. So they have the proteins on them, especially for those people who are vegans, those people who don't eat meat. So that's a good supplement for them, for taking, for getting protein onto them. And as you know, a bean inside has some white things. So it has some carbs, which are not unprocessed. So it also can, you know, instead of having like the ugali here, which is very processed because this is white, then you can have the beans. So the beans can give you two things. And we have a variety. We have a variety of 20, 50 kind of beans. I know, you know, we have been brought up with different types of beans. So it's you to choose for yourself. So there are some which are called jahez, which are black beans. There are also the small black beans. They are all types. So you can choose that for lunch. And if you want to add some meat, if you need a piece of meat, you can have chicken. But try to remove the skin when you are eating chicken, because the skin has a lot of cholesterol, the bad cholesterol. But we are not going to talk about that today. That's for another day, because we also will cover other kind of diseases like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and that's when it will come in over there. So as we were talking before, so we had gone up to lunchtime, and at lunchtime when you're diabetic, you can take a glass of milk. Whole milk is good. And then after that, at 4 o'clock, you can have a snack. You can have a bowl of fruits, or you can have a cup of coffee with unprocessed carb, which is like the arrowroot, sweet potato, so that you can avoid processed foods. And then dinner time, you can make a pumpkin pie, or you can boil the pumpkin. You can have it. You can also have, you can also boil just on the side, just the real corn. As you can see, this is the real corn, which will just get you away from the ugali itself. Because here you'll have unprocessed, you'll also have some fiber from the whole corn itself, or maize. And then after that will be your dinner. And then when you're going to bed, that will be like 9 p.m. for most people, especially diabetic people. Make a point of having a snack before you go to bed, because your sugar you can sleep and your sugar goes down, and you can become unconscious, or you just woke up on confusion on the symptoms I told you of having low blood sugar. So it's always good to have a snack. So one snack you would want to have when you're going to bed, you can take 2 slices of bread. This is brown bread. Brown bread. Forget about white bread, because white bread is already processed. But this is brown bread. You can get 2 slices, and those 2 slices you can apply with peanut butter, which has reduced fat, and that can make you go to bed better. And then you can have a glass of water, or you can have a glass of skimmed milk. But what you don't want to be having at all is these carbonated sodas. Try to avoid them. Orange juice, even if it's processed, or keep it in your house, because you would like your sugar to go up when you need it. So that one, just keep it. And then you can have a small bowl of just a few fruits, to keep you going. And then after that, you will sleep. So I hope you have seen all the foods which we have here. And if there is a food which is here and we did not cover, it's your homework. Go think about it. We might talk about it, and I might ask you a question which you'll have to answer to yourself. And for now, this is your host, health advisor, Susan Mwita, True Living Show via Sky Cable TV. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to push the subscribe button, like or dislike, and you'll be having to see this show on Sky Cable TV every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern African Time and 12 noon Eastern Time. And have a good time. Thank you. Bye.